The Democratic Party stands in contrast tonight, not all united behind the name at the top of the ticket.
Our Jenna Barnes has the latest on President Biden's campaign. Jenna.
Some reports that Biden is very much still hanging on. Others tonight, though, reporting that he is starting to accept he cannot win as the pressure campaign to get him to withdraw from the race intensifies.
Our campaign is not working through any scenarios where President Biden is not the top of the ticket. He is and will be the Democratic nominee.
Privately, though, there appears to be a shift. The highest level Democrats, former President Barack Obama and Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi, are among those calling on Biden to reconsider. According to the Washington Post, Pelosi has told some Democrats Biden can soon be convinced to step aside. The New York Times reporting people close to Biden believe he's begun to accept the idea that he can't beat Trump and may need to drop out of the race.
Now you're hearing this sort of reluctant acceptance of what's going on. And so that I think that is the biggest sign that the dam is starting to break.
North Central College political science professor Bill Muck says the leaks of information about conversations within the party are intentional, part of the mounting pressure campaign.
So they tried to have the easy conversations behind the scenes that weren't being leaked, and it wasn't having much of effect. So now you start to get that story out to say that, you know, the leader in the House and the Senate and the former presidents are pushing back and not defending Biden anymore. And that becomes more uncomfortable. And I think that's really what's driving him. If they do proceed with this kind of change, it really flips the election on its head. I mean, it's going to be one of the more exciting political developments we've seen in decades.
Good afternoon, North Carolina.
Biden's likely replacement would be Vice President Kamala Harris, back out on the campaign trail, pouncing on the RNC's theme of unity.
You cannot claim you stand for unity if you are pushing an agenda that deprives whole groups of Americans of basic freedoms, opportunity, and dignity.
As the Democrats appear less and less divided over Biden's next steps.
The Republican Party is Trump. What we're seeing out of the Democrats is that Joe Biden is not the strongest voice in the Democrats anymore. The party itself is strong. And I think that's also a really fascinating development and a stark contrast between the two parties.
The Biden campaign is calling for an all-staff meeting tomorrow. 1 month from tomorrow is the start of the DNC, and it might not seem like it, but Muck says Democrats do have plenty of time to get this all figured out and launch the campaign of a new nominee, if that is what Biden decides, guys.
Still time, huh? Okay. Thank you, Jenna.